Jets fans, we are just weeks away from the draft, and there are two major stories developing right now around the New York Jets. One of them could define the future of the franchise, and the other, it might shock the entire fan base. Because while everyone is debating quarterbacks, there's a wide receiver quietly climbing the Jets board, Omar Cooper Jr. And trust me, this isn't just another rumor. Stay with me, because what's happening behind the scenes could change everything.
But before we get into it, if you're a die-hard Jets fan, make sure you're subscribed to Jetstream News. We're your go-to source for daily engaging content on all things. Help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers this off-season by hitting that subscribe button.
Welcome back to the channel. If you're locked in for the draft and ready to see what direction this team is going, you're exactly where you need to be. And real talk, this is one of the most important drafts in years for the Jets. Multiple picks, top 45 capital, zero room for mistakes. Let's start with the quarterback situation, because internally, there's a growing belief that the New York Jets could take a QB in this draft. But here's the key detail: not early. The expectation right now? Mid-rounds, possibly around the 4th round. And one name that's gaining attention is Drew Allar. Now this is where things get interesting. Allar is not your typical safe prospect. He's big, he's strong, and his arm? Elite-level power. We're talking about a quarterback who can make every throw on the field, especially important if you're playing in tough environments like Buffalo or New England late in the season. But here's the real conversation: ceiling versus floor. Because players like Garrett Nussmeier or Carson Beck, they might be safer, more polished, but their ceiling? Limited. Allar, that's a different story. And this is where the Jets have a decision to make. Do you draft safe, or do you swing for greatness? Because if Allar hits, you're looking at a completely different future. Now here's the part most fans overlook. The Jets are not desperate at quarterback right now, which means they have the luxury to develop. Sit a rookie, let him grow. And that makes a high upside prospect like Allar even more interesting. Let me ask you this: if you're running the New York Jets, do you draft A, a safe quarterback, or B, a high upside project like Allar? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to see where the fan base stands. Now let's talk about something that's getting louder every single day: the Jets' interest in Omar Cooper Jr. Because this is real. Multiple reports and mock drafts are pointing in the same direction. The New York Jets are very high on Cooper Jr. We're talking about strong internal evaluations, consistent projection at pick 16, and growing belief he fits perfectly in this offense.
And when you actually look at the roster, it makes sense. Pairing Garrett Wilson with Omari Cooper Jr., that changes the dynamic completely. You get explosiveness, separation, versatility, and more importantly, a true complementary weapon. But here's the real question nobody's answering. Do the Jets value Cooper Jr. more than other receivers in this class? Because if they do, this could be their guy. No hesitation, no trade down, straight up at 16. Let's play out a few scenarios. Scenario 1. The Jets go defense early and trade back into the 1st round to grab Cooper Jr. Scenario 2. They stay at 16 and take him over bigger names. Scenario 3. They surprise everyone and make him the priority all along. Now here's the debate. Is this real interest or just draft smoke? Personally, teams don't repeatedly get linked to a player like this by accident. There's something there. So now we're looking at a draft where the New York Jets could pass on QB early, take a developmental QB later, and invest heavily in weapons. And if that weapon is Omari Cooper Jr., this offense could look very different in 2026. Great teams don't just fill needs, they build identity. They trust their board, and sometimes they make the move nobody expects. The question is, are the Jets about to do exactly that? If you're locked in for this draft and want real breakdowns like this, you already know. Like, comment your draft strategy, subscribe, because we're covering everything leading up to draft night. And trust me, this is just the beginning. And as always, go Jets! Thanks for watching.